Hey, so glad you could join us. Welcome to Baton Rouge. It is the National Elk Club spring game inside of Tiger Stadium. Expectations as high as ever. Having to replace a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. How about two? Joe Cool and the kid Jaden. Here come the Tigers, just about set, ready to go. We've got an action-packed 2 hours as LSU looks to continue its winning ways. Year 3 of the Brian Kelly era with Dusty from Blake Baker's defense. Nussmeier to the air and fires a strike. It is caught by Aaron Anderson. 12-yard gain.
Anderson not going to allow you a size.
Probably more athletic than most would give him credit for, but given his predecessor, you understand hesitant comparisons. Josh Williams, another nice cut, barrels his way across towards midfield.
A good contact balance there by Josh Williams.
Taylor goes in motion. Time for Nussmeier. Wants to own load one deep. And incomplete. Chris Hilton Jr. deep down the field.
He's the speedster.
Secondary. Empty backfield. They back him up 5 after a penalty. Time for Nussmeier. That's a strike to Taylor, and Taylor the 10-yard gain to the 45.
Crisp route there. Nice throw.
4-3 look again, and here's Nussmeier. He'll step up. Remember, not live. Heave one deep as a man wide open for the touchdown. And a 45-yard scoring strike to the transfer from Mississippi State, Xavier Thomas.
Oh, we got a little celebration here in the end zone. Don't know exactly what's going on, but
Little duck, duck, goose.
Womack not liking as he climbs in the pocket, steps into it. But nobody identifies Xavier Thomas as he just runs a vertical go route, unaccosted, unaccounted for, and an easy pitch and catch.
Stepping firmly into the pocket, delivering the touchdown strike. It's Malachi Lane that went in motion. And straight up the gut, through the A-gap and across the 30. Gain of 6 yards.
Number 30, Malachi Lane on the carry.
And this is a group, really as any that are going on throughout the course of today.
Yeah, and that's on defense too. It's both sides of the football. Quick strike ahead of the 35. And a host of players involved. Kai Preen.
Defense find a way to get off the field. Let's keep our eye on number 16 here.
Movement up front, and penalty markers fly in.
Had our eye on him, and it looks like he jumped. Good hard count there from Collins.
Our program now is much more focused on the finer details. He said to win an SEC championship, you can't be good, you can't be great, you have to be elite. Collins racing ahead. And he feels like that this team checks more.
Understanding what it takes day in, day out, and he says by far they're in a much better place now than where they've been the last couple of seasons. While good competitive play there on the defensive side of the football, as we had a little battle for the ball. Kylan Jack.
Backfield, right?
This is perfect, man. This is like, I got the low end zone look. See these holes open up. Whit Weeks coming in, making a nice play. Whit Weeks aligned.
Breeze is picked up, and that punt fielded near the 20.
He's going to be a key piece to see exactly the ceiling on this offensive line.
And for the fake to Williams, deep down the field, pass is called. Kyron Lacey made one defender miss, tumbling down inside the 30. Caught nearly 30 passes for almost 600 yards a year ago. Hand off to Williams along the left side and stopped at the 31.
Josh Williams on the carry.
That is the enchilada of all of it. Aaron Anderson on the swing. And Harold Perkins comes in. First time we've seen him today. That's a loss of 2.
Speed.
Inside handoff, bobbing and weaving all the way to the end zone for the LSU touchdown. Caleb Jackson, the sophomore from Baton Rouge. And from 33 yards out, 28.
After hitting the accelerator and getting downhill.
All right, the extra point counts as a point. The defense has 3, the offense has 14, and that is our score just underway in Baton Rouge A little Caleb Jackson is good. More is better. 7 points for turnover, a 4th down stop. 5 points for that missed field goal. And it's 14-3, nearly halfway through our first quarter. A.J. Swan on the field, the transfer from Vanderbilt. Keeps one deep and incomplete. And in the area was experienced quarterback on this roster after Jaden Daniels moves on to the NFL. On the right side and across the 40 goes Malachi Lane, a gain of 5. Markway will move around. Saw him get a late touchdown a year ago at tight end. Swan picks up the 1st down and a good grab by C.J. Daniels. So Dusty, he comes in from Liberty. Daniels wearing number 4 as in C.J. Daniels. Pocket collapses and Swan rule him down in the backfield. Now the portal activity has been there for LSU.
Really good addition, a smart player, and already become a leader on the back end of this defense for Blake Baker.
Swing pass to the edge and a lot more. A 1st down. And it was Nicholas that was able to get to the perimeter. 19. 26 yards on the play. Javen Nicholas from New Orleans. Straight ahead across the 20 and into the red zone. And that was Malachi Lane, the walk-on running back.
Malachi Lane with the carry. 2nd down.
Too many.
Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Swan end zone front pylon. Incomplete. Well, the coverage was there with 17. It was Jair Brown. We just told you a little bit about him. You like to see that secondary making strides early today. It was an issue a year ago, especially when it came to tackling. Quick strike to the 15.
We come back at Brown, Roy, the plant.
On 4th and 2, Swan. Ebon, the running back. Swan to the air. Pass is caught right past the line to gain. That should be enough. And the offense will stay on the field. Again, Nicholas.
Working in coverage. Good find and move the sticks.
Movement up front. Swan to the end zone again and incomplete. Pass Lacey, or check that Daniels. And the coverage by Hughes.
Tight windows, field shrink.
2nd down and 10. Swan had 6 starts a season ago in Nashville. Handoff straight ahead. Inside the 10 and plowing down towards the 6. And a gain of 6 yards. The carry is Lane. We've seen Collins and A.J. Swan on the field at quarterback so far as well. Swan looks one way, goes another, fires it back. And incomplete. Blanket coverage by Kylan Jackson. And that pass never happened. Just inside that left hash. Officially 24. And on the way, they'll split the pipes. 17-3. 3:19 to go here in our first quarter. Field goal is good in the offense.
Target Kyron Lacey. That's too easy. They've got to get that cleaned up and get it fixed.
The kick is up.
See, that is not in question this fall for LSU.
No, not at all. Kyron Lacey is going to be a problem for opposing defenses. Garrett Nussmeier, if you bust the coverage, he's going to make you pay.
Out of the shotgun for LSU. But both of those players, 2 guys that have waited for their time to be in the spotlight here, behind enormous playmakers and 3 first-round draft picks in this year's draft. And in the top 10 for Neighbors and Daniels. Only starter loss on the offensive line at center. Here's Caleb Jackson back on the field ahead to the 30. And a gain of 9.
An absolute star in the making. Thrown the fire as a true freshman, first team All-SEC last year as a second-year player at left tackle. And then at right tackle, it's a very similar situation with Emory Jones. Line that can protect, that can move people off the football. You're going to give yourself a great chance.
Alan Jackson got that sack, a couple of points for the defense on 2nd and 18. Collins going to be touch sacked right there behind the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of a yard.
Hey, more activity.
A lot of points for both sides, if you will. Collins with time, dumps it down. And a short game.
The confidence level, you know, he had success and then consistency. Confidence and consistency. Those 2 things I think stand out the most in the spring, that every day he's been the same guy.
What do you want to see here the second quarter and the second half from your defense specifically?
The quarterback battle, we got to get that with the first group.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
That is sideline reporter Dusty Dvorak. Master of everything when it comes to broadcasting. Movement up front. A.J. Swan on the field.
Maybe awareness and the tackle. There was the rush lane opened up, and I thought he took nice advantage of that. Those some good passes. Swan, I saw a couple times late with some throws to identify.
That's just one. We know that he's the clear-cut starter. It's just something to think about.
Good rush off the edge. Arella for 19. You get a chance to take a look at that. Really quality job. Have quality hands. You got to be able to dip and turn that edge. Put some stress on the offensive tackle.
Maybe the first defensive player I've worked with, so I'm not used to all of this analysis. Sound analysis, I might add, on that side of the ball. Normally it's high based off of sacks, a stop on 4th down, forcing a turnover or a missed field goal. Well, the hang-around team currently, and the inside give goes to Josh Williams back on the field. Just a gain of 2. Conference and points per game given up and total yards given up on that side. 2nd and 8. The swing pass is there and corralled at the 40 and dropped after a gain of 3. Josh Williams.
Obviously Mason Smith, Mekhi Wingo leave for the NFL, but that's an area of concern and just limiting the explosive plays. Nice job by Harold Perkins Jr. tracking down Collins to get the stop and force 4th down. But I mean, this is an area that clearly, so definitely noteworthy to watch how he performs on a play like this.
Taylor shifts, veteran tight end. Here comes pressure through the A gap. It's picked up. Perkins was bottled up and the pass is incomplete. So the defense notches a touchdown. The pass intended for Lacey. Connectivity, did I remember those correctly?
Come on. Cohesion, collaboration, communication, Roy Philpott.
That was close. Inside handoff goes to Jackson again.
He's got C words, I'll give you that.
The 3 C's.
Family choice there, but, you know, I thought it was interesting talking with Sloan. They had a big impact last year as we talk about that cohesion, collaboration, communication. You know, those guys were already.
Jackson, the tackle of Caleb Jackson. Handoff straight ahead, and that's 1, maybe 2, and that's it on 1st down.
Caleb Jackson on the carry.
50 pounds, hard to miss. Collins quickly to the perimeter. It's one area Joe Sloan said we may not see a lot of today in how they want to attack the perimeter. Actually, in the fall, that'll be a gain of 10 to Lane.
Even the chains.
Our roaming sideline reporter, Dusty Dvorak, doing a fantastic job today. 1st down. Collins off the back foot, end zone, and incomplete. Chris Hilton got a fingertip on it, possibly. He's coached by former LSU quarterback Marcus Randall. Played a little baseball and basketball in high school as well. Straight ahead to the 10 goes Jackson. 2-yard gain.
Seeing more of that gaps, pulls, pullers, counter plays would be a big part of this LSU attack.
3rd down and 8. Collins looking end zone, will be flush. And he will be sacked. Touchdown near the 19.
In Tiger Stadium.
Aiden Corbello checks in for the field goal. Seen Ramos earlier today.
Come on, keep. And the kick is good.
And the kick is good from 30. And halftime underway in a 27-23 ball game. 2nd half procedures, 2 7-minute quarters, a running clock for both. And so it will be fast and furious. Swan.
I've made a few things. Bo Bordelon is now playing right tackle. Want to get a look at him. And then 71 Tyree Adams working at left tackle. But other than that, from outside to skill, you still got a lot of your starters defensively. Blake Baker wants to get a.
Dusty told you about still playing with a lot of the first teamers. Pimpton in motion. Kamorian, the massive target at tight end. And Swan delivers out of bounds. Aaron Anderson was trying to break free. 4th and 11. He's going to get risky here. Deep in their own territory. Todd was listed as ESPN's number 5 kicker coming out of high school.
Target that 1st half for Collins. Let's see if he goes back to him here.
Give to Jackson straight ahead into plus territory. Still on his feet. And that's the power of 6 feet, 230 pounds. Gain of 10. Colin Jackson went for a ride on the back end.
Like the way he runs, Roy.
Need a lot of carries at running back. What Jaden Williams did running that zone read. 2nd and 7. The dump off is there. And about 3 yards short of a 1st down.
Out here today.
I'm going to quote him directly as the handoff. Lane Bouncing ahead. Should be enough for a first down. He said Ricky Collins has figured out how to utilize his strengths to his advantage. And Dusty, sometimes it's about not. And flanking Collins. Here's time. Collins goes long. And reaching up, it's incomplete.
Consistently getting pressure on the quarterback.
It's Ashton Stampson coverage that time, Dusty, against Sampson. And again, they'll try the same play. It's incomplete. Sampson was available for a moment. The pass sailed high. In motion. For a minute to go in a very fast third quarter. Sidearm delivery, and the pass is caught. That'll move the sticks. Still on his feet and racing ahead is Daniels. C.J. Daniels for the first time. 7 minutes and a running clock. Back for the fourth quarter. And Hurley, the talented freshman, on the field. He is a live quarterback, meaning he can be brought down with a tackle for a sack, or if he escapes the pocket.
He'd be live today. Defenders like that. And obviously Hurley likes that as well. Good pass. Getting the ball out quickly to his big tight end on first down.
They're down in 7 up the middle. Under 6 to go with that.
Together, freshman.
Defense has a chance to take the lead with a stop, trailing by 2. Hurley delivers end zone and incomplete, and looking for Sampson. And the defense, Dusty.
Themselves a chance here heading into summer.
Hurley back on the field. Straight ahead, nowhere. Does Blake Baker get a trophy of some kind if the defense wins this spring game?
You know what? Or something, and the other ones have to eat sandwiches.
Problems
like
with the snap. Pimpton picks it up to the edge. The spin move and out of bounds near the 33.
Pimpton making it look easy out there. He scoops up the ball, nice and smooth.
Third down.
Pick up on second down.
3rd and 2.
Unfortunately, Pimpton down on the far sideline, Roy, for the second time today.
You saw him pounding the turf for a moment. He went out for just a.
Going fast here. See how the freshman quarterback handles a little tempo.
Colin Hurley delivers deep. Has a man. Passes caught. Kai Preen. And Preen reaches the end zone. The offense back in front after a 64-yard touchdown strike from Colin Hurley.
A win on the outside, man-to-man coverage. And that ball could not have been placed any better. He had pressure on his face, too, as Relaford once again off the right side right there. Hurley's got to get the ball out quick. He does. And a touchdown for the true freshman.
Dropped it in the bucket. Oh. And Corbello connects with a PAT. And
you don't ever want to have two big, wide sweeping takeaways, but Gabriel Relaford, I think that's a name to remember. I'd say he's flashed to me as much or more than anybody on the defensive side, the true freshman. I've been really impressed here today.
The defense with a stop in the possibly 2 more snaps to go. Spring game in and a tie. The answer is yes. A quick strike, and Hurley picks up 5.
Pass complete to number 8.
Well, the spring game nearly in the books. Hurley wants to fire one deep again. Has his guy, an incomplete off the fingertips of Willis.
Just out of range.
Advertised. The defense still got a ways to go, but you saw some bright spots throughout the course of the day. It's going to be a really good football team come the fall for Brian Kelly here at LSU.
The offense promises to be electric. I don't think it's going to take a step back.